aspect of us as a people, because culturally you don't go to a big man and ask for a favor without holding something in your hand. What do you have to say about this?
Yeah, well, I think what I will have to say about that is, incidentally, there are aspects of our cultural values that we should hold dearly. But there are some aspects that also require some review. The aspect you have talked about does not in any way to me amount to the practice of corruption. It is an essential element in African traditional culture, traditional way of behavior, which is to show reverence. It shows respect.
But you see it's now affecting us now as a people in a civilized world where we have to present something.
Let me tell you what I see. Corruption is a psychological thing. It's a psychological problem. Every human being has two basic problems: the physiological problems and the psychological problems. The physiological problems of man are those problems which his inability to resolve might result in a direct effect on his physical body. Those are physiological problems. For instance, if you feel you should have food, you are hungry and you do not take food, it affects the inner chemistry of your body and you can no longer function. You feel like sleeping and you cannot sleep, those are physiological needs. Now we also have psychological needs. The psychological needs of man are those needs that stem from the condition of his existence. I have a house, a 3-bedroom bungalow, but I have seen the other friend live in a mansion. I have seen the other one, he has an estate. Without minding how many years it took that person to necessarily put the structure that led him to the acquisition of the estate and the mansion, I begin to feel today that I should be like the other man. I no longer feel satisfied with my 3-bedroom apartment. I need a 6-story building, I need an estate, I need a mansion. That is purely psychological problem. Because if I don't satisfy such a problem, it is not in any way supposed to affect the inner chemistry of my body. Corruption shares in this psychological element of man's need. It is the urge to want to have what you ordinarily ought not to have had. You have a way of getting this job, and if you don't get that job, you will not die.
That's right.
But because you want to get it by all means, you now advance some money to enable you have it. Or the other person demands because he wants to have some money above his own means. So it is entirely a psychological problem. And unless we are all able to deal with this psychological element, which pushes us to always want to live above our means, then the issue of corruption cannot be overcome. I cannot see it, I can't link it. I find it difficult to see the linkage to the other aspect that you described, which is an essential part of our culture. But I want to go and meet an elder, I go with a drink. I may not go to the elder because I need a favor.
With cola nuts.
I go with cola nuts. So it is a basic element of our culture. But if corruption, what we now see as corruption, were to be practiced in that light, then I don't think it would have put our nation in feverish pitch. But what has really incapacitated this nation and crippled its ability to grow and develop is beyond this other practice of traditional values.
Wonderful, Your Excellency. Finally, Your Excellency, as we're speaking to Your Excellency, there are hundreds and thousands of Akwa Ibom in the diaspora who are going to watch this. What do you have to say to them regarding the security? So many of them are afraid and scared of coming back home because of the insecurity in the state and the nation. Your Excellency, what would you have to say to them?
Well, I will tell my brothers and sisters, you don't have to be afraid, you don't have to be scared of coming to your country, or coming to your state. The issue of security is a global problem. In Nigeria, it is a national issue. Almost all the states around us record unceasing incidences of violent crimes and the other. One form of violent crime or the other. It is not limited to Akwa Ibom. But the government of Akwa Ibom State has taken the bull by the horn, and we have done all that is humanly possible to make sure we stem the tide of this scourge. And as everybody can very well acknowledge, back home here, you see that we have been able to put it under control. There are those years, there are months, several years back, that we were recording incidences of kidnapping, several of them a month. But today we have been able to bring it down to 1 or 2 a month. It is difficult that government can be in everybody's home at the same time. So the citizens themselves have responsibility. We cannot be in everybody's homes to teach a child how to put off the television and concentrate in his work, in doing his homework. We cannot be in every home at every time and teach a father how to rein in his child if he tries to go astray. So you must continue to have such children. And these children break up from the files and control of their parents and take to violent crimes. So all we have to do is to continue to believe on the strength of the oath of office that we took, that we must continue to provide a level playing field for every citizen of Akwa Ibom State. As head of societies, we have introduced a rule of equity, and our consideration is that both the strong and the weak must exist alongside in the society. Akwa Ibom can never be a society that is meant only for the strong. It can never be a society that is meant for those who carry arms. The weak people in our society also deserve to be protected, and I think this is what the government of Akwa Ibom State is currently doing. And I can assure you, we will never close any book. We will never write our final memo until we get to the root and all those that continue to torment our people. This is what I can tell you, and nothing will stop it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. It's been a wonderful time once again.
Thank you.
We've had a wonderful 40 minutes with His Excellency, the Deputy Governor of Akwa Ibom State, Engineer Patrick Ekpotu. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thanks. Thank you.